So, plate boundaries. We're finally going to get onto them. A plate boundary is where two tectonic plates meet, and there are actually three different kinds depending on how they move. So the one we're going to be talking about in this video is a constructive boundary, where plates move away from each other. An example is the North American Eurasian plates. A destructive boundary is one where plates collide, which occurs in the Indian Eurasian plates. And a transform boundary is where plates slide past each other. So we're going to be doing constructive plate boundaries in this video. So these boundaries occur where plates are being pulled apart by convection currents. As the plates moved, a rift valley is formed, which is a fissure or like just an opening in the ground, which allows molten magma to rise and then cool due to water or air. So the Great African Rift Valley is one example, although we will get onto that when we actually talk about folding. These areas are prone to shallow earthquakes. So for instance, Iceland had one in 2010. We'll actually talk about that more in our case study that we do on the eruption of Eyjafjallajökull in 2010. And over millions of years, the crack which forms the boundary starts from a long underwater mountain range or a seamount known as the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Now we're going to have our first diagram. Isn't it beautiful? You don't actually need to be, artistically talented once you include all the labels and it looks semi-right. So here we have the North American plate and the Eurasian plate separated by the big Atlantic Ocean. You see the mid-ocean ridge is sort of forming up here. It is very deep, but the mountain itself can actually reach very tall from its base level. And these are the convection currents. So as you can see, they sort of spiral and the plates move on top of them as they spiral. Now, as I said, the case study we're going to be doing, which is a common enough thing to see in geography, you can talk about a case study, is actually Iceland. So this is a map of Iceland. It actually lies along the constructive boundary of both the North American and Eurasian plates. And the country is actually getting wider thanks to the process of seafloor spreading, considering that the boundary runs a bit like where the laser pointer is going now. It runs very much through the country. It has over 200 active and dormant volcanoes. We'll get onto what they mean in the volcanoes chapter. And the eruption of, as I said, Eyjafjallajökull in 2010, causing disruptions due to a large eruption of gas and tephra. So the location of Iceland actually provides tourism, such as geese eruptions. And there's actually a small inlet that you can swim through, which actually is on the border of the plates itself. I believe Tom Scott, the YouTuber, actually made a video where he actually swam through it. I'm not sure where it is on the map here. I think it's in this southern part here. But that's really just constructive plate boundaries in a nutshell.